All right, hello wine-drinking people. Time for more of what I've had to drink yesterday, and it's always nice to see good friends stop in. Florent I've known since his days with Marie Brizard, and started his own wine store, and then started his own distributor. And Vinecraft, you know, I'm going to stop recommending you to people, all right, Florent? Because people ask me, is there any good small distributors in Florida? And you know, pretty quick, these guys from zero went to having, you know, one of the best books. And not taking on too many new people, I have to say, these guys have got some great wines, a really nice selection of, you know, some stuff that's really eclectic and hard to find, too. This first producer from the Côte de Provence, outstanding rosé, but I'm more excited about the red wine from them, which rarely happens from the Côte de Provence. Anyways, this La Mascaronne Côte de Provence Caisson. It's a blend of Grenache, Cinsault, and Syrah from the northern part of Provence. Really lovely, typical, fresh and lively, mineral-driven bouquet here with raspberry and strawberry fruits and pretty rose petal floral aromas. And I let this wine sit out. The next day, man, you put your nose in it, and it just smelled like seashells, like the bottom of the ocean, man. Really noticed that minerality in this wine showing through on the second day. But lovely Côte de Provence style rosé. Excellent juice at $20.25. Next up, Francois Villard. This is his Viognier, which is basically declassified Condrieu fruits. And he's part of the Rebirth of Terroir group led by Mr. Nicolas Jody. And really ripe, lovely peach, pineapple kind of fruit and honeysuckle notes. A little bit of white pepper spice and a little bit of honey there also. This wine also opened up beautifully on the second day. Really noticed the richness on the tongue with this one coming out. Viognier can be a bit on the over-the-top side. This one really lovely balance. Those pretty floral notes, not off-putting with too much perfume. A little white pepper spice and lovely freshness in this wine. Excellent juice at $33. Next up, the Francois Villard Saint Joseph, and this one's a blend of 95% Marsan, 5% Roussanne. This is a white, and really lovely richness in this wine. Also peach and pear fruits, notes of whetstone, kind of honeycomb in this wine. Pretty floral notes, a touch of pepper spice here also. Really nice richness on the tongue, slight oily texture to this wine, and really love silky smooth textured ripe peach fruit here showing nectarines, honey and that floral perfume at the end. Really nicely balanced, $36.75, an excellent Saint Joseph Blanc. All right, and then the really steal of the tasting here, this little Chateau de Marsan from Cadillac. Anyways, one of the appellations, Bordeaux on the left bank, near the bottom there, near Barsac and Sauternes. Mostly Merlot with a touch of Cabernet Franc. This one's a classic Bordeaux bouquet, and it's like tobacco and coffee to the currant and plum fruits, and some fresh earth here also. Really, this wine on the second day also showing some lovely improvement. That's 2010, though. 2010, a great structured vintage from Bordeaux. This wine's got some juicy currant and plum fruit here with a nice hand of that spice and coffee and earth note on the finish. A really good wine at $15. Like I said, definitely the value on the table today. 2010, close your eyes and point in Bordeaux, and you can get good wine. 2011, Francois Villard. This is the La Perle de Sereines Syrah. This is a left bank from the left bank of the northern Rhone, and it's 100% Syrah, kind of entry-level wine from this producer, and a good amount of dark cherry and dark plum fruit with some pretty floral and herbal notes showing on the nose. Really pure and fresh, and on the palate also you notice that herbal, kind of garrigue-like quality, and a good amount of juicy cherry and plum fruit. Really fresh and clean on the finish. Really good bottle of entry-level Syrah, 1950. And then the La Mascaronne Côte de Provence. This was the rosé property I was telling you about, the red wine. This wine's mostly Syrah with 20% Cabernet, and this is next to Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie's Chateau up there. This is the hottest, latest, greatest thing in the world of buzz, what's going on, and the paparazzi from the movie industry. And this is the guy that sold them their property, and then I guess he bought this property with all the money he made, anyways, from that. A good amount of dark cherry and currant berry fruit here, some fig and black olives, some roasted game quality, rosemary, fresh herbs. Really nice complexity to the bouquet here. Big and chewy on the tongue, but still has nice freshness and balance here. Kind of round tannins echoing, and that nuance from the nose through the finish. An excellent bottle of wine at $20. or Côte de Provence. Show that in a brown bag tasting, man. People never guess where the hell that wine is from. All right, Francois Villard, Seul on scène, which means alone on stage, which I know what that's like. It's happened to me before. And 100% Syrah wine with a 12.7% alcohol rating. So a good amount of that peppery spice, kind of fresh earth, granite-like minerality, dark soy, animal, a little dark plum and dried pruny kind of note to the nose also. But really good amount of fruit here showing on the palate. Lovely freshness and a nice amount of stuffing and echoing that spice from the nose through the finish. A bit dry. This is basically just declassified Côte Rôtie, a really good bottle of wine, but a little expensive for what it is, $51. The David Reynaud Saint Joseph, talk about a great value. These last two wines, the Crozes Hermitage and Saint Joseph, outstanding little wines. I even liked them better than the Seul on Scène wine at half the price, or close to half the price anyways. This is, again, part of the Rebirth of Terroir program. This says Cuvee 350, refers to the elevation here, 350 meters. Certified biodynamic here, David Reynaud's wine. And a deep, dark color with a good amount of dark plum and cherry fruit. Really rich and well-endowed. Dark spices, animal, sauvage notes. A good amount of kind of barnyard showing in this wine as well. Really rich and well-endowed on the palate with lovely freshness and spice on the finish. This wine just leaves you salivating for another glass at 13%. Excellent juice. Only be bested by the Cuvée Georges Reynaud, which David Reynaud, I guess that's his father, and this Crozes Hermitage. Wow. Neighboring village, but 100% Syrah also. Lovely intense bouquet, minerality, dark peppery spice. Good amount of that sauvage note with some violet floral notes. Really pretty. Wild, but pretty at the same time. Solid core of blackberry fruits. And big and fruity on the tongue. This wine's got a good amount of everything with some lovely zesty spice and those floral notes showing through on the finish. Lovely balance. Excellent juice. And my pick for best value in the last three wines at $30. I like it when we like the cheap wines better, less expensive. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.